Alright, welcome back. Here's the voice of Samuel Precious, and in this video you would learn how to create a church design basically. So let's just start our project without wasting our time. You click on your new file as usual, and like I said, the size I'm gonna be working with always is the portrait. Most of the time we work with either square, portrait, or landscape. Alright, so the portrait is quite common, right? And the portrait I normally use is 4,000 by 5,000. This could be 2,000 by 2,500. In fact, let us use 2,000 by 2,500 so you understand the fact that it's the same thing. So your width is, it's just that the bigger the distance, the larger the size of the file. But 2,000, 2,500 is not small at all. If your resolution would be 150 or 300, you can use 150 though. I just love 300. But if you use 300, you have a very big PSD document. Alright, so I'll advise you to use 150. Leave this one for me. Alright, so enable your artboards. If it's not enabled, it's not a must, but I need it, and you will see what I need. I needed it for. So I'm just going to put the name of the project. If you don't do this always, yeah, you're not alone, but let's do this for the sake of this. Let me just write the vision, whatever. Vision, I think something related to the theme. Okay, so here is it. You can easily tap on this and click on this plus so that it duplicates. Right, you can hold on your space bar and move, stuff like this. Alright, so I have the design in my this thing, Windows. Alright, okay, it's not here. So the design that we are going to be creating is going to be modeling. Alright, this is from our design challenge, and what we are trying to do here is we are not replicating the design, but we are creating exactly the same thing. As we are doing the same thing actually, but we are using a different concept. So all the details of the design remains the same. All the details of the design remains the same. So I have the details of the design here. I'm just gonna put it here. Alright, your the brief. Alright, the brief. Let me quickly change the font to my favorite, it's Poppins. And okay, it's medium. The size can be something smaller, let's say 16. So let me just paste it. Alright, I extracted it from the original file, and I'm going to share the file right now. So here is it. So you can reduce the size because I probably might want to put some other resources in this this particular artboard. I don't feel like creating lots of artboards here, stuff like that. So I think we are cool. So let me grab all the resources. I downloaded quite a number of backgrounds, and okay, let me just select all this and move him. We may not end up using everything, but I just want to show you the design processes that I go through when I'm creating designs. Like no ideas, no inspiration, nothing. You just want to start based on, okay, the inspiration we have is this design. Alright, on a normal day you may need to go out there and inspire yourself, but there are situations where you just have a sample to work with. Right, so there's nothing wrong with it, with this design. So we are not actually improving the design, we are not improving it, we are just creating a different version of it. It's as simple as that. Alright, so this design is going to be just fireful kind of thing, but if you're having this fireful kind of design, the background should be dark. So I love to use most times plain background. So this artboard is our design. This one here, this artboard is our design. So you can rename it if you like that. So let me just come here and put it vision. Alright, so I'm just gonna write vision so that we understand what's going on. I can see it has changed, and you see this artboard is empty now. This artboard is empty, so I'm just going to come here while selecting on the artboard. It's been selected now. Just come here and you can create a shape. You can come here and create. I don't normally do this though. I just create a rectangle and give it a color. So you can come here and select a solid color. You can see it here, solid color, and here we go. So let's just make it black, basically, and you can lock it. You can see we have the color field here, and trying to see the background we can work with. I'm trying to see the background we can work with. So I really love this. You know, one thing about church design is you can speed up the process by using template backgrounds, right? These are template backgrounds. This one, I'm not sure I can. Okay, this is going to be an overlay because it has lights and everything. Same with this one. It's going to be an overlay because it has lights, people praying in the background of that. So, well, let's keep our overlays somewhere here. Separate them so we know the backgrounds we are going to be using, the ones we are not going to be using. So we have 3 choices now, maybe 4. All right, this is going to be our base background. So expand, just expand it as much as you can. Increase the size, right, and think we are good. So let me centralize. If yours is not working, okay, change this to canvas. All right, but mine is working because it's just strange. All right, sometimes it works normally, sometimes it doesn't, depending on the situation on ground. So yours might not be like that. So if it's not like that, make sure it's not on selection, make sure it's on canvas, so that you can absolutely adjust the positioning. All right, so you can see this is a little bit not smooth enough, so I want to make it more blurry, actually, to increase the quality. Somehow there's a way it feels, so select it and come to filter and come to blur, then just come to Gaussian blur, enable the Gaussian blur. So this is way too much, it's 84, just reduce it. Reduce it to something around maybe 27. It's cool. Or maybe you can just write 25 inside, right? 25 and okay. Alright, so this background is here and I can as well try to lock it. So I want to create a very clean design. Let me bring them out of God and see how it can be there. So this design is likely going to be center aligned because we have one picture and we have our theme and all of that. So we're just gonna use a very basic pattern and concept. And I want this thing to be as simple as possible. No too many manipulation and stuff like that, so that people watching could learn, because I believe most people here are beginners. So let's bring this one in and see how we can work with it. See, the background is, the center here is black, so we can still have our background and have this golden stuff at the edges. So that's why I'm picking this. So make sure you're intentional but whatever you are picking. Let me bring this here. All right, so I just want the golden stuff to be at the edges. And we may not end up using it at the end of the day. So is it balanced? Good. So let me come to my display and play around my color this blend mode rather. Let's start with screen. All right, I think I love what I'm seeing. Sometimes I use linear dodge, but it's always too harsh for my liking. All right, so let's use color dodge. So all the black is disappeared. That's why I was glad using it, because I know the black will disappear. This thing is still not on screen. All right, so we don't need it here on the man of God. We don't need it. So what do? We just erase it. So how do we do that? While selecting on the background, tap on your layer mask, this guy here, tap on it. Discover that something white appears here, meaning that you can actually clean it. So select your brush tool or just click on B. All right, you see this is too big. So you see your what's it called on your keyboard? There is this button, there is this keyboard, there is this button there that signifies this curly or square bracket. So there's one on the left, there's one on the right. So tap on the one on the left to reduce your brush size. I think this is fair. So just erase. Make sure your opacity and flow is in 100. You can decide to reduce it. You will just stress yourself, trying to erase and erase and erase. So come back to your move tool. Right, don't forget to always do that. So we have this. So I'm trying to see if there's something we can do about this. Let me shift it up a bit. I don't want it to take the whole background, you know, stuff like that. So I think this is cool. This is cool. So we can actually lock it for now. We may need to come back to it. If not, then that's it. So let's see if this one can be useful. So one of the things I do is when I get backgrounds of different vibes and all of that, I play around the blend mode. All right, so most times this is what you should do. It's not every time you actually have the perfect idea of what you want, especially when it involves, you know, manipulations and playing around with backgrounds, you know, church design kind of thing. All right, so please play around with your blend mode and see how well the background may work or may not work. So because I love the basket or net effect or whatever you may call it, I love it. So I'm trying to see if I can integrate it somewhere into the background that's existing already. So I believe it can work here. It can work. I don't want it to be too big. All right, I don't want it to be too big. So let's repeat the same steps so that we can clean the edges and all of that. So select this again, then select a brush tool, but this time around reduce it the more because this background is small. Just want to clean the edges. Just want to clean the edges. So then just the edges, just clean this place. Alright, you can increase the brush now so that will clean all this place. Alright, so I believe this is cool, right? See how we blend and manipulate and play around with backgrounds now. Very easy. It's not rocket science, just play around, you will see yourself having good result. So the theme is the forest of vision, and we can't go beyond the concept that we have here. All right, so the forest of vision, we are not going to create anything that signifies forest except for maybe people praying, because the forest could actually mean prayer, something fireful, which is communicated in our background already. I hope you understand the concept now. So it doesn't have to be an image, but the vision is the main focus here, and we are supposed to follow the main concept here, which is this. That's why we had to use this, but we are not going to use this because we are modeling the design. We can adjust things to fit into our own concept. So this one now, of course, that's what we always do. We blend it. So let me use color dodge. Okay, let's come to overlay and see soft light, overlay, soft light. Most times I use overlay if screen will not work. Okay, let's use linear dodge and change the positioning and see. All right, so let's keep it here for now. Normal. So we can't be sure of where it would stay. So stay here, bro. Let's work with the typography and everything before we start completing it. I don't complete my background. I just create a base background. Then others will come in like an overlay. So blender mode does not really care where you are. Maybe at the top or at the bottom, right? So I have some text effects in mind to use. Let me quickly go and look for them. Design related. All right, so sorry, I could have just done this earlier, but I just feel like maybe someone would learn something. So this text effect, if you are not in our text effect group, there's a channel for that on Telegram. Yeah, could get most of my frequently used golden effects. I love golden effects. I don't have too many of them, but these I use it a lot, and one other smooth gold like that. So if you don't know how to create text effect, there is a chance to learn that. All right, so what are we writing? Let me check it out first. Forge and vision. All right, so D and off are not so relevant. We just put them somewhere around the corner. So we're creating text effects for forest and vision. So I'm gonna create. I love to create my text effects separately if there are multiple words, so that I can edit them individually and play around with them after export. So we have first. So we're gonna start with first. So what you do is you see this box here. You see your design thumbnail. Just double tap on it. If you're familiar with Photo P, it's the same thing. Just double tap on it. Then we have three text. I'm gonna hide this. So I'm gonna use this. So this exclamation mark you see here simply means the font that was used to create these originally does not exist on your computer. All right, but we don't need it. I'm gonna use my own font. So we have replace, replace, replace. So I'm gonna put it on caps, and we have force. As you all know, my favorite fonts, my go-to fonts for church designs, or most times any other design, is Prorelium. I just love it. I don't know why. I just love it. So should we make it slant? All right. There's the vibe it gives. So let's increase the size. Increase the size. If we are creating text effect, make sure it's almost as big as the whole canvas, because some text effects actually matters. Their size matters, and the positioning to make sure they are centralized. Oh, this guy is back to normal. Okay, maybe outboard was the one making it misbehave. I don't know. So just Control S to save it. Right, see the saving 82. Boom. So the smart object is updated. You see, we have 3 documents at the top here. This is our main design document. This is the text effect, while this is the smart object of this text effect. So whatever we do here will reflect here. That is how smart object works. All right, so this text effect is a very heavy one. So at times it may take time to actually load and load and load and load, right? But I believe in a few seconds this should be done. I just want you to see how everything is done, basically. So let's see. Unfortunately, we can't do anything else, right? This is going, and I could have just gone to this and continued doing something, right? So I believe this should be done in a few seconds. All right. All right, so it's actually done now. Let's kind of finalize it. Let's go to the original. This immediately this thing is done. When it's done, you see this loading. This thing changes to our move tool. So that's all first. And let's come here. So when you tap on this place, it's automatically moves you back to the previous project or document, and this thing would have reflected on the text. So that is it. So let's see. So I believe when this first one changes, all right, you can see it now, it has changed. So we have the first. So you just have to do your thing and export. So Ctrl H to take away these lines and then put them there. So come to the background, hide it, hide the background. Come to this color of the background, hide it. Come to this shadow, hide it. What else do we need to hide? Nothing more. But this also is combination of many things. So how do you make it one? This is such a shortcut for that, for taking a snap of everything. So just tap on Ctrl Shift Alt and E. All right, Ctrl Shift Alt and E. All right, it will snap to the top or whatever. All right, then you can move it as one. All right, so you can see that. You can see it above here. So it's like, all right, you can see it now. It's just single. Then you can drag it just over on this place, then bring it in. All right, so that's exactly how it works. So you can see the forest of vision. The forest of vision. All right, so we'd have to repeat the same step. So how do we repeat the same step? We just come over here and tap vision. All right, so hopefully it will be faster this time around. It's just Control S it to save it. So 077, and we are there. So I think this is quite faster than the first one. So the text effect is a very heavy one. It's a very heavy one. All right, so for smartphone users watching, you can do the same thing I'm doing here on Photo P. If you don't have a laptop yet, you can do it on Photo P. I would send the, I think we have it already in the channel, the PSD for this text effect, so you can export the PAD into your, import it rather into your Photo P and do the same thing we are doing here. So please, you can just speed up this particular place, but please don't go too far. You can speed up this particular place. I just don't want to pause it. I don't want to pause it. All right, so let's bear that for now, the way it is. So immediately it's done, we'll see the reflection. All right, I think we are almost there now. The saving is complete, then the rendering, then let's move to the next. So you can actually cancel this like this because we don't need it again. So it automatically moves to the nearest or the previous one. All right, the previous one, the previous document that was opened. So it's as simple as that. Simple as that. So let's wait for it. All right, so you can see it now. So there is a problem here, which is not really a problem, but I intentionally left it there in case you find yourself in this situation. What happened here is that the one I snapped earlier, this one, the stop layer here, is still there. So it's the one that's been selected automatically. Just tap on the backspace to delete it, and that's all. So we have this new one. So you snap the new one again and hitting your Control, Shift, Alt, and E all at the same time. All right. So you have to be smart. Yeah, you have to be smart with all these shortcuts. You don't have to be stressing yourself, because normally this is what I do before. You can still do that. I save it as PNG in case you want to reuse it. Right? That's not a bad idea too, because that's what I do before. So you come here and bring it in. So to make our distance faster, let's take away this text effect. So that's no, it's really slowing down our distance. So I believe we are back to normal now. So we have the forest and we have the vision. We have the forest and we have the vision. So you can see that there is a problem with the visibility, contrast, or whatever you may want to call it. There's a problem with it. This might have got come down a little bit. So what do we do in this kind of situation? Let me try to increase the size of this. All right, let me try to do that. And so select this one at the top and come to your adjustment, this thing, and come to what should we do with it? Let's come to hue and saturation, and make sure you tap on this thing so that it will be focused only on this. Then let's increase the saturation and see. All right, increase the saturation, and I believe that's all. So if the color is not giving you the color you want, play with the hue. All right, you can see that. Play with the hue, play with the hue. I believe this is okay like this. So we're just going to tap on this end. You see this one? Just tap on Ctrl J to duplicate it. Send it to the top of the second one, the vision. Then hold your shift while you hover around this place to put it in. So it's focused on vision, is focused on forest. You can see that. So select forest again. There's another adjustment we have to do. Select this adjustment again and come to curves. You can use levels too, right? But I love to use curve. So this places the lighter part. You want the lighter part to be lighter, you can move it up a little bit. All right, okay, it's focusing directly automatically. And should I reduce this? All right, reduce it a little bit. 67, 65. Okay, that's good. All right, so what do we do next? We duplicate it the way we did the first one, the even acceleration. Control J and move it to the top, and over on your distance now, tap on Alt, then click on it, and that's all. So we have this two, we have this two, we have this two. Then one more thing we have to do, I could have done them together, but I'm trying to do them individually in case there's something I need to fix. So select the forest, tap on this place, come to drop shadow. You know, it's floating, somehow floating, so the shadow is black by default. Normally it should be on multiply. Well, there's no really difference because it's still black. Let me try to increase the distance and try to spread. So because we've spread it, let's change the color to something closer to the background color we have here already. All right, so something like red, like pink, but the darkest version possible. Okay, I think this is cool. Then let's see the size. The size is, I think, let's reduce the opacity. Let's reduce the spread a little bit. So I believe this is cool. This is good. So the shadow, just hold your Alt, come to the top of the shadow and drag it and place it on this vision. So both of them have it. All right, both of them have it. So I think this is cool. So you can select everything. Okay, no, don't do that yet. Come here, select this, hold your shift and select everything. See, just select the last one while holding shift. Then right click, then convert to smart object. So this is now one. If you want to edit it separately, you double tap the way we did for the text effect. So double tap and go and edit it on the other side. So we have the forge vision. So the force off. So we have D and off. All right, so tap on T and write your D. So the THE would be in Poppins. All right, be in Poppins, and let me make it medium. So for the size, and change the size from here as well. Make it something very small. The color, make it white. Then you can spread it. You can spread it. Sorry, come to this and spread it. All right. So there are many styles you can use. You can look for some. You can look for some script font. That's what I love. I think that's what we still have to do. All right, let me take this back to maybe -5. All right, so let me look for some script font here. I love Tahoe. Let's see. All right, so let's make it small letter. All right, so increase. Okay, so centralize it. Can give it shadow, but I'm not going to do that. Maybe later. Just Ctrl J to duplicate it, then drag it down. So off. So we can reduce the size of this. Alright, so let's just leave it like that, something simple. So the forest of vision, plain. Alright, so we are getting the colors right, the golden, the reddish, you know, stuff like that, and that's just cool. So what else do we have? So we have the bringing the vision into manifestation. Double tap on these and just select. Let me cut it so that. So tap on T on your keyboard and Ctrl V it. Select all so that you can change the color effectively, and I want the color to be black because I'm planning on using a white background. So I'll quickly come here and grab one of this. Let me come to PNG. I love this tone paper effect. Just grab this one, scrap it, and so shrink it a little bit till it's gonna fit into the required size. All right, I believe this works. Because of the margins. So we get to the back of this. I think this pastor is distracting us. And come down. So I love to drag things like this. Lock this guy. I really don't have the time for all of this. So select this. They are still not locked. Select both of them and centralize them like this. Good. So obviously, this is either too big or this is either too small. So I believe this is good. Centralize this. This thing. Let's check. -50 is my thing, or even so -75. But this is a church design. I believe this is not bad for it. So bring this to the top. It was not locked. Select everything and bring it to the top. I want the shadow on this to cover this guy somehow. Let's check it out if it's gonna be okay. I think it's not bad. You may decide not to do yours like this. All right, so what else do we need to do? We are done with this part. So we are just to write the dates. So how do we break it down? You know, we have done a very central stuff here. So there are two things you can do. You can put the man of God in the middle. All right, and put the man of God in the middle, and after that you can try to put some information on the left and some information on the right. All right, so let's see if we can break the information we have into two. Let's bring this high somewhere here. All right. So if we can't do that, we bring the pastor to the left or to the right and put all the information on the other side. But most of the time, this pattern is usually the best. Bring the pastor to the front. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we'll put the location on the left. We'll put a date and time on the right. I believe that's fair enough. Okay, so this polyester. This is the location. This is the location. All right, this is the location. Polyester, whatever. Copy. So just duplicate this. Ctrl J and just change the color to white. Okay. Change the color to white. So the color, the size will actually be, the size will be smaller than this. All right, select all. Change the size to maybe 12 or 14. And then let's play around with the line height, line spacing. So let's delete this irrelevant stuff. This was done with this was from the AI that helped me extract the text earlier. I'm trying to delete the external this thing. So this looks too thick. Let's make it regular. All right. This is looking cool already. So we duplicate it, and for here, oh sorry, we have not copied what we needed. Okay, oh, we actually copied this instead of cutting it. I don't want distractions or this thing, so let's copy this first. Or okay, let's copy this. Yes, they're going to be white. This one would not be white. I'll follow the kind of hierarchy they followed. Okay, so let's come here, select all, change to white. Then we have to quickly delete all these guys. Okay, so select all and it should be 14 as well. It should be 14 and regular 14. So for the sake of consistency, let's look at the line spacing for this guy. The line spacing here is 12, so let's make this 12 as well. Just select everything and come here and make it 12 instead of auto. Alright, perfect. So then what else do we have? Delete this so we know that we're almost done. Alright, Ctrl C this, sorry, Ctrl X to cut it. So we are left with the name of the pastor and just leave it like that. So Ctrl J, bring to the top. So I'll make the color, let me pick it from here. Alright, so we can adjust it from here. It's kind of yellow. Alright, we'll leave the yellow is cool, so it should be semi-bold. Alright. So let's arrange it like this. I believe that spacing is enough. Lock this pastor first. Okay. So select the both of them and align them to the left by using this align. So there is a little problem here. So there's a problem here. There should be enough spacing between the three of them, basically. So we still have to work with this pastor. It's gonna work with the. Alright, so what else do we have to do? We have to, okay, the name of the pastor will be here for the sake of balance, and we'll bring some icons to, alright, bring some icons for the location. Let me see if we can get an icon for the location. That should be under this place. Those are icons. So where is it? Where is it? So this is for the time. Select this for the time. I don't know. Let's pick the three of them. We use only 2 dub. Alright, so that's what I do. I select as much as what I need in case I change my mind. Alright, but basically that location icon is my favorite. I've been using it for the past 3 years and I love it. So you can put it on the side here. It doesn't matter. You can put it somewhere here. It's actually cool. Okay, so the red is not bad as well. So I think let's make this one red. Come to displays and give it color overlay. Alright. Should we make it that same yellow? I believe that's cool too. I believe that's cool. So this one can be beside it. Alright, so delete this. select the both of them, and are they aligned? Yes. Then convert to smart object so that it can be one. If you like, you can group them as well, but grouping does not really work well for me here, so I don't often use it. Select and bring to the front. Alright, so everything is actually looking good now. So are you sure these things are not too big? These things are too big for my liking, so let me reduce them a little bit. So alright, select all and then of the pastor and make it white. So delete this, delete this. So this would be regular, while the name of the man of God would be bold, semi-bold. Let me make it bold. So come here and delete this space. Then select all. Then you can see the way I'm giving contrast in weight to this text, contrast in colors to some of these things here, so that it can actually be different, right? So we can centralize the pastor's name and this guy. Sorry, we can align them. You can align them, and so you can look for an arrow to put here. I'm not sure that's necessary though. So this is just cool enough. Another thing I may want to do in situations like this is to just use this verified. I love to use it a lot, right? And it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing. So you can just quickly just play around with it, and so you can always make it the color you have existing already, or you make it green, so you can add color to it, or you can go to hue and saturation. I think adding color is faster in most situations. So take away screen, make it normal. Alright, so I believe this our accent color is good. So select it and balance it like this, then right. So bring it to the front. The shortcut for bringing something to the front is Ctrl Shift and right square bracket. It comes to the front absolutely, but to move it a bit to the top, Ctrl only. Don't hold the Shift, just Ctrl and the right right square bracket. Okay. So I believe this is okay now. So this is the pastor's image, and let's touch it up. The pastor's image is looking somehow. Let's see how we can improve it before we. Okay, let's leave that for now. Should we? No. Let's quickly do something. So the image is looking dark already, which is most times what we need. I believe there's nothing much we really need to do. But let's come to this adjustment. Come to curves, and just tap on this place first. Then let's increase this to this like this. Can you see that? If we had time, we could have just gone to camera raw, but no time. We may have to do that for the whole design, but maybe I would create another video for that, because this video is long already, where we touch up this whole design and bring it, more vibrant, more, just edit it generally. The way you do it is in Lightroom. All right, we do that in camera raw. So where can this guy come? Where can it come? Screen, color dodge, or overlay, soft light, I think. screen actually looks good. Linear Dutch. Let's use linear Dutch. All right. So we may need to duplicate it, but before that, let's balance it here. All right, done. Then mask it up. Tap on this layer mask. Tap on your brush. Come here. The brush is too big. The brush is too big, so. Alright, just brush it over. I want it to actually show on this text the way it's doing, so I'm not going to brush that too much. Alright, so this is cool. So what I'll do now is I'll Ctrl J, duplicate this, and bring it here, just like this. But I will flip it over. So how do I flip it over? Hold Ctrl T, then right click. You will see flip horizontal. Alright, can you see that? So just make sure it's aligned. How do you make sure it's aligned? Just hold shift and select, hold shift and select the first one and do it this. So they are both on the same side. So I think this is cool. So let's add our overlay. This is what I love so much. So bring this one in. It's at the top, make sure it's at the top. Just cover it with the whole image. If it's misbehaving, we will clean up only that area. That's the trick I use. But make sure it's covering everything first. Everything. So come to your, make sure you are selecting the background, then come to your distinct, come to screen. You see how beautiful it's looking at. So it's doing some bad jobs here. We are going to fix that. So come to your layer mask, enable it, and tap on your B or come to your brush directly. So increase the brush and start brushing over parts where you, okay, let me reduce the flow, something below 50. All right, 49 is cool, so it doesn't erase everything just too much. So we have our location. I want this place to be still a bit dark. All right, so this is what's up. So reduce this brush. Tap on X. X would flip this place. It will change it to white, and if it's changing to white, it means we are erasing this black thing. It means we are revealing what we hid earlier. So tap on X. I want to reveal it on some other parts, so that those parts will be sharper. Okay. All right. It's looking a bit distracting, so select it. Then come to filtered. We have Gaussian blur here already, so select Gaussian blur. All right, you can see now it's blurry and it's still sharp. It's blurry and it's still very sharp. You can reduce the blur. Reduce the blur. 24. I think 23 is just cool. So the man of God, the face of the man of God. Tap on your X again. Make sure black is at the front. All right, I mean here. So reduce it. So let's work with his face. Increase it a bit so that his clothes will not be too red. All right. I think this is good. Okay, so we can now lock this. Now let's bring in the fire. Bring in the fire. Increase it. Just repeat the same process and. All right. So screen it. Okay, screen would work. Screen would work, but we erase a whole lot of parts there. So come here and tap on your B again. So we want. I don't want to erase. Let me increase the flow a little bit because I really want to erase. Don't erase this one here. It's helping the text pop up. You see? So go back, Ctrl Z. All right, so let me just, this top part is cool. So I just want to erase this place. So erase this place. All right. Should I erase this place? No. So I believe this is okay like this. I believe this is okay like this. This is how it should be. Alright, so let's do something with this. Let me lock this. So let's do something right. Let's bring this guy down a little bit. Okay. Lock. Bring this guy here. Alright, so I think we are good now. We are good. So just select this and delete it. So you can add the logo of the church. I'm not doing that. Alright, so for those of you that don't know how to export, I think I didn't do that in the previous video. I didn't. I just hold your Control, alternate, and S. Control. That's when it's only one artboard you have. If you have multiple artboards, there are different ways of doing that. So you see, you give it a name, and let's call it vision. Alright, let's call it vision, then make it PNG, then that's all. Alright, just save, and it's saved. Alright, so this is going to be the end of this video. Make sure you subscribe. If you have any question, if you need the resources and everything, just let us know in the comment. Thank you very much.